Welcome to this video on beekeeping, also known as apiculture. The scientific and practical cultivation of honeybees for the production of hive products. Whether you're a seasoned beekeeper looking to enhance your skills or a curious beginner eager to learn the ABCs of beekeeping, you're in the right place. Please subscribe to this channel and let's delve into the buzzing wonderland of beekeeping together. The honeybee, a miniature marvel of nature's ingenuity. The honeybee is central to the art and science behind beekeeping. These industrious creatures reside in colonies, each comprising a queen, drones, and worker bees. A colony refers to a structured community of honeybees living and working together within a single hive. The queen is the heart of the hive. Each colony has only one queen. She is largest in size and the only fertile female in the colony. Her primary role is to lay eggs, ensuring the reproduction and survival of the hive. She may lay about 800 to 1,500 eggs per day. The queen emits pheromones, commonly called queen substance, that control the behavior and cohesion of the colony. Each pheromone has a different function. The queen has a lifespan of 3 to 4 years. Worker bees are sterile females and constitute the majority of the colony. They perform a multitude of tasks, including foraging for nectar and pollen, tending to the queen, nursing larvae, building and maintaining the hive, and defending it from intruders. They are smaller than the queen, have strong wings to fly, a large and efficient proboscis for sucking nectar, and a well-developed sting. The hind legs have pollen basket for collecting pollen. Worker bees have a lifespan of about 35 days. They have different duties which they perform according to their age. At the age of 1 to 14 days, they work inside the hive cleaning the hive, feeding the larvae, etc. At the age of 14 to 20 days, they guard the entrance to the hive. At the age of 21 to 35 days, they forage for food. Drones are male bees whose primary purpose is to mate with a virgin queen. Unlike worker bees, drones do not have a stinger and are typically expelled from the hive during times of resource scarcity. Their production in the hive synchronizes with the production of the new, virgin, queens. Drones can live up to about 60 days. Although they are stung and killed after the mating. Hive products. Hive products are the valuable substances harvested from honeybee colonies, each with unique properties and applications. Honey is the most well-known hive product. It is a food material for the bees and their larvae. It is a natural sweetener. It is a nutritious food, rich in energy and vitamins. It is used in manufacture of some medicines. It is used in religious ceremonies. It goes in the making of alcoholic drinks and beauty lotions. It is also used in scientific research for making bacterial cultures. It is also utilized for making poison baits for certain insect pests. Beeswax is secreted by the wax glands of the worker bee. This wax is used in constructing bee combs in which the colony of the bees develops. Beeswax is harvested for the following purposes: making of candles, making pharmaceutical preparations, preparation of varnishes and paints, waterproofing and waxing of threads, formation of comb foundation in apiaries. Royal jelly is a special substance produced by worker bees and fed to queen bee larvae. It is rich in proteins, vitamins, and minerals. Propolis is a resin-like substance collected by bees from tree buds, sap, and other botanical sources. Bees use propolis to seal and protect their hives. It is used in some health products, including supplements, creams, and ointments. Bee pollen is a mixture of flower pollen, nectar, enzymes, honey, and wax collected by bees. It is packed into granules and stored in the hive. Bee pollen is often marketed as a health food supplement. It is rich in vitamins, minerals, proteins, and antioxidants. Bee venom is the substance injected by bees through their stingers. While it can cause allergic reactions in some individuals, it is also studied for potential therapeutic uses. Bee venom therapy, or apitherapy, involves the controlled application of bee venom for certain health conditions. It is used in traditional medicine and some alternative therapies. Mead is an alcoholic beverage created by fermenting honey with water. It is often referred to as honey wine. Mead is a traditional alcoholic drink with historical significance. Establishment of a hive and colony. When bees are introduced to a new hive, their initial actions are driven by the need to establish their colony and create a suitable environment for survival. Upon introduction, worker bees start exploring the new hive and its surroundings. They assess the available space, inspect the frames, and familiarize themselves with the layout of the hive. They assess the status of the queen and take care of her. The presence of the queen is crucial for colony cohesion and reproduction. Worker bees begin constructing comb using beeswax produced from special glands on their abdomen. They do so by constructing hexagonal cells made of beeswax to form the comb. The honeycomb structure within a beehive is a marvel of efficiency and organization. They create two types of comb cells: brood cells and honey cells. Honey storage cells are larger and oriented horizontally, allowing for the storage of honey. Worker bees collect nectar from flowers and store it in cells within the honeycomb. Once the nectar is deposited into the cells, Worker bees fan their wings to evaporate excess water, transforming it into honey. Brood cells are the egg-laying cells. These cells are usually smaller and oriented vertically. The queen bee lays eggs in specific cells within the comb, known as brood cells. The queen deposits a single egg at the bottom of each cell. The worker bees then cap the brood cells with beeswax after the egg is laid, creating a protective covering for the developing larvae. Within the brood cells, there are different types for worker bee larvae, drone larvae, and queen bee larvae. This separation of cells for honey storage and egg laying is a key aspect of hive organization and efficiency. It allows the colony to effectively manage its resources and reproduction. Beekeepers can observe the pattern of cells in the comb during hive inspections. Recognizing the different cell types helps in assessing the health of the hive, monitoring brood development, and understanding the colony's reproductive status. For a new queen to start laying eggs, she goes out for marriage flights. The drones from the same hive chase her. This swarm may also be joined by drones, male bees, from other hives. Mating takes place while flying. On an average, the queen mates with about 6 drones and then returns to the hive. The sperm she has received are enough for her whole life, and she never mates again. She can lay 2 types of eggs: fertilized eggs that produce females and unfertilized eggs which produce drones. The eggs hatch into larvae, setting stage for the bee cycle or the brood cycle. Bee cycle. The brood cycle refers to the development stages of honeybees, from egg to larva to pupa, before emerging as adult bees. The cycle begins when the female lays eggs. Once the eggs hatch, they enter the larval stage. After a period of growth, the larvae undergo metamorphosis into pupae. Finally, the pupae emerge as fully developed adult insects. Worker bees emerge from their cells on the 21st day after the egg was laid. Drones take a bit longer, typically emerging on the 24th day. The emergence marks the completion of the brood cycle. These adults are often responsible for caring for the next generation and continuing the reproductive cycle by mating and laying eggs. Understanding the brood cycle is crucial for beekeepers as it allows them to assess the health of the hive, monitor for potential issues, and plan hive management strategies accordingly. Birth of a new queen. When the queen gets older, usually in the 3rd year, her body gives out a chemical stimulus to the workers to construct a few rearing cells for queens. She places 1 fertilized egg in each of such brood cells. The larvae are fed on royal jelly. They turn into pupae and then into queens. The first queen to emerge from the brood cells kills the remaining ones. The new queen in the old hive takes to mating flight with the drones and returns to the same hive. As described earlier. Swarming of old queen. Now the old queen takes to swarming along with a mixture of workers of all ages. Leaves the old hive to develop a colony at some new site. The swarm gathers on a nearby object, such as a tree branch, while scout bees search for a suitable location to establish a new colony. Beekeepers often have the opportunity to capture swarms. The swarm, while clustered, is typically docile, as they have no hive to defend. Catching and relocating swarms is a sustainable way for beekeepers to increase their hive numbers. There are ways of catching a swarm using some special kind of containers and also hiving them. How bees communicate. Honeybees have a sophisticated way of communicating with each other through a dance language known as the waggle dance. This intricate dance conveys information about the location of food sources, helping the colony efficiently gather nectar and pollen. The colony operates as a superorganism, where each bee plays a crucial role in maintaining the health and functionality of the hive. The intricate social structure and cooperation within the colony contribute to the overall success of the beekeeping endeavor. Beekeepers manage colonies to ensure their well-being, productivity, and, ultimately, the production of honey, beeswax, and other hive products. Understanding the dynamics of a bee colony is essential for effective beekeeping practices. The beehive. Beehives serve as the primary dwelling for honeybee colonies, providing shelter, storage, and a structured environment for the bees to thrive. There are several types of beehives used in beekeeping, both traditional and modern. Modern beehives have evolved from traditional designs to offer improved management, efficiency, and productivity for beekeepers. The Langstroth hive consists of stackable wooden boxes with removable frames. The frames hang vertically within the hive, allowing bees to build their comb on them. Langstroth hives provide easy access for hive inspection, honey harvesting, and colony management. They are the most widely used type of beehive in commercial beekeeping. Unlike Langstroth hives, top bar hives have horizontal bars across the top of the hive instead of frames. Bees build their comb downwards from these bars. Top bar hives are simpler in design and may appeal to beekeepers interested in natural or organic beekeeping methods. They are also often used in regions where Langstroth hives may be less practical or affordable. War hive design is similar to the Langstroth hive but with some differences. War hives use smaller boxes stacked on top of each other, with bees encouraged to build their comb downwards from the top bars. This design aims to mimic the bee's natural behavior in hollow trees. The flow hive revolutionized honey harvesting by allowing beekeepers to collect honey directly from the hive without disturbing the bees. The hive features specially designed frames with plastic honeycomb cells that can be opened and drained using a turn of a key, causing the honey to flow out. Flow hives reduce the need for traditional honey extraction methods, making beekeeping more accessible to beginners and less stressful for bees. Beekeeping equipment. Beekeeping equipment encompasses a variety of tools and gear necessary for the successful management and maintenance of honey bee colonies. A smoker is a handheld device used to produce smoke, typically from burning fuel such as wood chips or pine needles. Smoke is gently blown into the hive entrance and around the frames to calm bees and reduce aggression during hive inspections. Protective gear is used to shield beekeepers from bee stings while working with the hive. These include bee suits, veils, gloves, and boots. A hive tool is a multi-purpose implement used for prying apart hive components, scraping wax and propolis, and lifting frames for inspection. A soft bristled brush is used to gently remove bees from frames and hive components during inspections, reducing the risk of harming the bees. A honey extractor is a device used to extract honey from honeycomb frames. Frames are placed inside the extractor, which spins rapidly to remove honey by centrifugal force. Uncapping knives or forks are used to remove the thin layer of beeswax covering honey cells before extraction. After extraction, honey passes through a strainer or sieve to remove debris, wax particles, and other impurities before bottling. Feeders are used to provide supplemental food, such as sugar syrup or pollen substitute, to colonies during times of nectar scarcity or for stimulating brood production. A queen excluder is a device placed between hive boxes to prevent the queen from laying eggs in honey supers, ensuring that harvested honey remains free of brood. Pests and diseases that affect bees. Honeybee colonies can be affected by various diseases and pests, some of which can be quite damaging to the health and productivity of the hive. Most of the disease are fungal and bacterial and affect the bees, leading to death or affecting production of hive products. Some of the pests and diseases that affect bees include Varroa destructor mite, Nosema, American foul brood, European foul brood, chalk brood, sac brood virus, small hive beetle, wax moths. Regular monitoring, treatment and management practices is crucial for mitigating the impact of these diseases and pests on honeybee colonies. Establishing and managing an apiary. Starting a successful apiary requires careful planning, knowledge, and dedication. Here are step-by-step guidelines to help you establish and run a successful apiary. Choose a location with access to forage and away from potential hazards. Consider factors like sunlight, water sources, and protection from harsh weather. Choose a location with a diverse range of flowering plants to provide ample forage for your bees. Encourage the planting of bee-friendly plants in your area. Place hives in a location with adequate sunlight, good air circulation, and protection from harsh winds. Elevate hives off the ground to prevent moisture buildup and minimize pest intrusion. Consider the proximity to water sources for the bees. Invest in high-quality hive equipment that is durable and made from sustainable materials. Opt for hive designs that prioritize the health and comfort of the bees while also facilitating efficient management practices. Choose bee stocks that are well adapted to your local climate and environmental conditions. Consider selecting disease-resistant strains to reduce the reliance on chemical treatments. Decide whether to start with package bees, nucleus colonies, NUCs, or by catching a swarm. Research and choose a bee breed that suits your local climate and your specific goals. Implement IPM strategies to manage pests and diseases in your apiary while minimizing the use of chemical treatments. This may include techniques such as regular monitoring, colony inspections, natural pest controls. Enhance the forage availability for your bees by planting bee-friendly flowers, trees, and shrubs in your apiary and surrounding areas. Choose a diverse range of plants that bloom at different times of the year to provide a continuous food source for the bees. Develop a schedule for hive inspections, disease monitoring, and seasonal management practices. Learn about common hive diseases and pests and how to address them. Implement sustainable beekeeping practices to support the health of your bees and the environment. Avoid the excessive use of chemicals and focus on organic and natural hive management techniques. Learn and apply swarm control techniques to prevent your bees from swarming uncontrollably. Regularly inspect hives during swarm season and provide adequate space. Connect with local beekeeping associations and other beekeepers. Attend meetings, workshops, and events to share experiences and learn from others. Maintain accurate and detailed records of your hive inspections, bee health, and any treatments applied. Track the performance of your colonies and use this information for future management decisions. Stay informed about advancements in beekeeping practices. Attend conferences, read literature, and engage with the beekeeping community to enhance your skills. Starting and maintaining a successful apiary requires ongoing commitment and a willingness to adapt to the needs of your bees. By combining knowledge, proper management, and a genuine passion for beekeeping, you can establish a thriving and sustainable apiary. Harvesting honey. Harvesting honey from beehives is a rewarding process that requires careful planning, proper equipment, and consideration for the well-being of the bees. Choose the right time to harvest, typically when the honey is capped and fully ripened. Regular inspection will guide on when to harvest. Ensure you have the necessary beekeeping equipment. Smoke the hive gently to calm the bees and reduce the likelihood of aggressive behavior during the harvest. Allow excess smoke to dissipate to avoid contaminating the honey with the smell of smoke. Once bees have cleared the supers, remove them from the hive. Brush off any remaining bees to minimize the number that ends up in the extraction process. Use an uncapping knife or fork to remove the thin beeswax capping from the honey cells. Place the uncapped frames into a honey extractor. The centrifugal force pulls the honey out of the cells, and it collects at the bottom of the extractor. Filter the extracted honey to remove debris, wax particles, or air bubbles. Allow the honey to settle in a settling tank or bucket to remove any remaining air bubbles. Once the honey has settled, bottle it into clean and sanitized containers. Store the honey in a cool, dark place to prevent crystallization. Return the emptied supers to the hive for the bees to clean and repair. This ensures the bees can reuse the comb, saving them energy and resources. On average, a healthy and well-managed hive can produce anywhere from 10 to 45 kilograms of surplus honey per year. However, this figure is highly variable and can be influenced by factors such as strength of the colony, availability of nectar, weather conditions, management practices, beekeeping skill and experience, hive equipment and hive configuration. It's important for beekeepers to monitor their hives regularly, assess honey stores, and intervene when necessary to ensure the health and productivity of the colony. Additionally, sustainable beekeeping practices that prioritize bee health and well-being contribute to consistent honey yields over time. Bee breeding. Breeding bees is a process that involves encouraging the reproduction of bee colonies to maintain or increase their numbers. The primary focus in bee breeding is often on queen bees. Queen rearing involves selecting a specific colony to produce new queens. This can be done using various methods, such as grafting larvae into queen cells or using a queenless hive to stimulate the development of new queens. In grafting, beekeepers transfer young larvae, usually less than 24 hours old, from a selected colony to queen cups. These queen cups are then placed in a queenless hive or a specially designed queen rearing setup. After grafting, the hive is left to raise the larvae into queens. The bees will build special cells around the larvae and feed them royal jelly, a nutrient-rich secretion produced by worker bees. Once the new queens have matured, they can be placed in nucleus colonies or nucs. Nucs are smaller bee colonies that consist of a queen, a few worker bees, and sufficient resources to establish a new hive. Queens need to mate with drones, male bees, for fertilization. To increase genetic diversity, it's ideal for queens to mate with drones from different colonies. This happens during the queen's mating flight, where she flies to a drone congregation area and mates with multiple drones. Breeding bees requires knowledge, experience, and a commitment to sustainable beekeeping practices. It plays a vital role in maintaining healthy bee populations, promoting genetic diversity, and contributing to the overall well-being of bee colonies. Marketing hive products. Marketing hive products can be a rewarding venture for beekeepers. Here are some strategies to effectively market hive products. Ensure that your hive products are of high quality. This includes harvesting honey at the right time, properly processing beeswax, and maintaining cleanliness and purity throughout the production process. Develop a strong brand identity for your hive products. This may include creating a distinctive logo, packaging, and labeling that reflects the quality and uniqueness of your products. Establish an online presence through a website and social media platforms. Partner with local businesses such as specialty food stores, gift shops, cafes, and restaurants to sell your hive products or use them as ingredients in their products. Offer educational workshops, hive tours, and beekeeping classes to educate the public about bees, beekeeping, and the benefits of hive products. Highlight your commitment to sustainable and ethical beekeeping practices in your marketing efforts. Emphasize factors such as organic production methods, habitat conservation, and support for pollinator health. Get involved in your local community by sponsoring events, supporting environmental initiatives, and participating in beekeeping advocacy efforts. Building strong ties with the community can enhance your brand reputation and customer loyalty. Obtain relevant certifications and adhere to industry standards for quality, purity, and safety. Certifications such as organic, non-GMO, or fair trade can add credibility to your hive products and appeal to environmentally conscious consumers. By implementing these marketing strategies, beekeepers can effectively promote their hive products, expand their customer base, and generate revenue while raising awareness about the importance of bees and beekeeping.